It's not any tier list today, right? But just listen, hear me out. Just hear me out. So today we will be doing what is the easiest anime to get into? Why you ain't just what? Bro, I had to get my point across. My my point is across, is it not? Like, skyscrapers have different tiers. You can pick which tier you're on. So look, my tier list is a little special, you feel me? It's not just like any other tier list that you see niggas doing, right? This is what is the easiest tier list to get into. What is the easiest anime tier list? So I got a couple anime here. You know, it's they're not like too like they're not too niche. These are names that you would know, like like Jujutsu Kaisen, Death Note, Soul Eater, Hunter x Hunter, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Sword Art Online, shit like that. And like, I feel like like not everybody likes anime, but that's okay. It's perfectly fine. I feel like it's fine to not like anime. That's not everybody's cup of tea. It's really not. Feel me? Just like how the only thing I watch is probably like animated cartoons. People probably only watch like like horror documentaries or something like that. It's really just up to preference. Honestly, that's the number one thing, preference. So, moving on to the list though. The first thing we have on the list is Cowboy Bebop. Okay, if you don't know what Cowboy Bebop is, it's basically bounty hunters. They're basically bounty hunters in space, and it's basically like in the future. It's in the future, and everybody is in space. I mean, everybody's in space, not face. Everybody's in space. You feel me? And they just go on these missions, trying to get money because they all broke. You feel me? The main character is this guy right here. His name is Spike. Spike is a pretty cool dude. He's a douchebag sometimes, but his heart is pretty good. Well, Naruto at the top, along with Dragon Ball Z. We gonna get there. This is Spike. Spike is the main character. He's pretty cool. He smokes a lot. He smokes cigarettes. You feel me? He's pretty cool too. I honestly forgot his name. I'm so sorry. He's like pretty cool. He's down to earth. He's pretty cool. I think her name is Faye Valentine. Faye Valentine. She's like like the one that everybody like tries to get at and stuff like that. But her backstory is pretty cool if you want to watch it. Her backstory is pretty cool. And this is Ed. Ed is a girl. You might think Ed is a boy, but Ed is a girl. Ed is one of the smartest people ever, and Ed was born on Earth. Ed is one of the smartest people ever, and Ed was born on Earth. She was born on Earth. That's a girl. I ain't gonna lie, they thought it wasn't a boy. I mean, they thought it was a boy, but it was a girl. Oh, I remember his name now. His name is Jet. It's right here. His name is Jet. Jet and Spike, they're pretty cool. They might fight. It's some cool fight scenes in there. You feel me? But the premise is, you feel me? We need money because we're broke and we're just floating out in space. So we're gonna take the bounties. So yeah, I feel like this could go in not that hard. And the reason why I say that is because it only has 26 episodes. It don't got seasons and shit like that. It don't got seasons and nothing like that. You feel me? It's like very relatable too. Like like it's funny. You feel me? It got a good storylines. All the characters got good like backstory and shit like that. Especially Faye Valentine. Her backstory is pretty good. If I'm being honest, her backstory, that was probably the most interesting one. It was a lot. I agree. Yeah, like it's not that hard to get into. And I feel like Faye Valentine's backstory was really cool. Along with Spike's too. Spike's backstory was crazy. The end of that anime though, woo, amazing. Alright, so look. Next we got Jujutsu Kaisen, right? This might be a little hard one, okay? Jujutsu Kaisen, aka JJK, what people call it, JJK. It's just an anime about some dude It's an anime about some dude who grandpa dies, and then he goes on to fight to save the world. I guess you could say, that's like the kind of short premises of it. I guess you could say like his grandpa died, and his grandpa like, yo, find some friends, and he like, alright, bet. And then he go to find these people, and then like they start fighting these things called cursed spirits. Shit like that. So yeah, like that's really like the premises of it. Like there's a lot of side characters in this anime that you really might like. There's a lot of side characters like Gojo, like the guy with the white hair. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. The guy with the white hair, he's pretty cool. And you might be wondering, why does he have a blindfold on? He don't even need to see. He can whip your ass without seeing you. Like that's how broken he is. Like look, this him in the past. He didn't wear a blindfold before. Now he do, cause he just that cool. Feel me? He's pretty cool. He will whoop your ass every time. Every time he pulls up to a fight, it's basically run on sight for that nigga. You run on sight if you see him. You wanna know why? Because he will whoop your ass. It's okay though. The main character, his whole thing is I'ma sock you. Yeah. The guy with the pink hair, his name is Yuji. Yuji, he's gonna punch you over and over again until you get your ass whipped. He don't care if he weaker than you. He's still gonna run the fade. Which I respect. I respect it. If I'm being honest, I respect it. He will run the fade. Every time. He gonna punch you over and over again. He gonna kick you. He gonna do whatever he got to take. He gonna smack you. Say he gonna smack you with a fucking door. Like he'll do whatever it takes. Every time. Yes. Every time. So look. I'm gonna be honest, like, this could go either way for me. I feel like, like, it's not that hard, but then again, it's not that easy either. Because you gotta think, like, not everybody's like preference is, like, let's fight. I mean, let's watch a fighting anime. Like let's watch something that like people are getting their ass whooped in. People like the psychological horrors and stuff like that. Which brings me into my next anime, Death Note. A lot of people know what Death Note is. Death Note goes at the highest tier. Death Note goes at the highest tier. This is one of the easiest animes to ever get into. It don't matter. He gonna run that bitch. Every time. Yuji Itadori is gonna run the fade every time. He's gonna run the fade every time. Every time, guys. And Death Note goes at the higher tier because it's short, it's sweet, and it's like so good. It's so good. Like, I ain't watched Death Note until like 2023. Death Note is good as hell. Death Note is good as hell. It's not really much of an explanation for Death Note. Like this guy finds a notebook. He can just write somebody's name in there, and then like somebody's full name, and then they die. Like Death Note is so good. It don't have that many episodes, but it is pretty good. I don't like the movie though. I didn't watch the Death Note movie. I just watched the series. I'm not touching no Death Note movie. And next, we have an anime that I haven't watched, which is called Code Geass. People were saying that Code Geass is pretty good. I never watched it personally. I don't even know the plot. The plot is to command anybody to obey his orders? What? Is that not broken? So look, I've been seeing a lot of people say that this is a pretty good anime. And like basically I know it got like mech battles and fighting and shit, but the premise of it is he's not only using his powers, he's also using his brain to do stuff. Yo Rocky, what's good, twin? He's also using his brain to do stuff. Like he's using his smarts to get where he needs to be. I don't know much about Code Geass, but I've heard that it is honestly a pretty good anime. I'm gonna put it in not that hard because it's like it's like in the same category as Death Note a little bit because you always like using your head. Like it's like a psychological thing, but it's also kind of not like Death Note because it also got like mech fights and shit in it, and it's pretty good. How you feeling, Rocky? All right, so look, the next anime we got is Soul Eater. Soul Eater is, come on, Soul Eater is a goated anime. I watched it and I like it. You know, it's basically about this world that people can turn, either people can wield weapons or they can turn into them. It's a pretty cool premise, and it's funny, you know, like it's pretty fun. I need me a Soul Eater. Oh, okay, that's okay. But yeah, like Soul Eater is a pretty good anime. It is. I like it. You know, and I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty easy to get into. I'm gonna put it on the highest tier. And the reason why I say that is because people that don't watch anime have told me that Soul Eater is good. So I'm like, you don't even watch anime. Oh yeah, this is the only anime I watch though. Soul Eater. I'm like, oh okay. So this is like a Death Note situation to where people can watch this and not really be into anime, but be like, yo, this is pretty good. So from my personal experience, I feel like Soul Eater is a pretty easy anime to get into. Like, I feel like it's a pretty easy anime to get into. Which leads me into my next one, Hunter x Hunter. Super easy. Super easy to get into. Everybody loves Hunter x Hunter. Everybody loves Hunter x Hunter. This is one of the best anime to people. You know? This is one of the best anime ever made to people. It's so easy to get into. There are so many characters that you can like. The world in Hunter x Hunter is big. And basically the premise at first of Hunter x Hunter is, yo, there's this thing called the Hunter exam, and this kid with the green on is named Gon. He's like, yo, I want to go take the Hunter exam because I want to go find my dad. Yeah, he got no father. You know? His father is a deadbeat. His father left him. He got no dad. Just like a lot of black men. You know, I respect him for trying to go find his dad. You know, I respect it. I do. But yeah, that's really like the whole premise of Hunter x Hunter. Stop, bro. What? It's just like, okay, you know, like your dad not there. You've been living all your life. You know, like with your aunt. He lives with his aunt and stuff like that. He's like, yo, I'm gonna go take my Hunter exam and go find my dad. I mean, okay, you know. But he is a pretty smart kid. He's a pretty smart kid and he's strong. Yo, BTC, what's good? What's good, twin? So look, the next one we got is Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is made by the same person who made Hunter x Hunter. And I'm gonna be honest, it's not that hard to get into. It's really not. This is an easy anime to get into. So basically, the premise of this anime is, yo, there's this kid. We gonna call him a delinquent. There's this kid, you know, like they always label him as a delinquent, and you know, like people don't like him because he's scary and stuff like that. But in all honesty, he's just a little misunderstood, rough around the edges kid. And he, you know, like, he's a pretty cool guy, in all honesty. He's a pretty cool guy. He is. The guy with the green on, that's the main character. He's a pretty cool guy. Yusuke, I like Yusuke. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good main character because he is not the dumbest character, but he's not also the smartest. But he knows what's going on a lot of the time. And sometimes when he talks, I'll be like, dang, like, you know, like he's very relatable. Like when, like, a lot of things that he says. When he's like really like reviewing the situation and stuff like that. But I feel like the plot is, yo, this delinquent, he saved the kid from getting hit by a car and he dies, and now he has now in order to get his life back, he has to like hunt down demons and stuff like that. And he realizes and then when he at first though, like when he dies, he's like, yo, like nobody cared if I died. Nobody cared if I died. But then he realizes like, yo, people care about him more than he thinks. So then he fights hard to get his life back. Like he fights hard to get his body back because he got hit by a car. And it was really to save a kid. It was to save a kid. It was to save a kid. So I feel like the first few episodes really gonna hit you in the heart. They really gonna hit you in the heart. It's not hard. It's not hard to really get into that one. It's not that hard to get into that anime. Alright, so the next one we got is Tokyo Revengers. Now, Tokyo Revengers is a very controversial anime. When it first came out, people loved this anime. 2021, when this first came out in 2021, people loved this anime. This was one of the most trendy animes in 2021. You couldn't tell nobody nothing about this when this first season dropped. But then as it went on, people started calling it mid. And basically the premise of this is this guy gets hit by a car. His name is Takamichi. This guy gets hit by a car, and what happens is he goes back in time. And when he goes back in time after getting hit by the train, he gets hit by the train. He's like, yo, why am I in the past? And then he meets these delinquents that are actually pretty cool. And then he starts hanging out with them and he's like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever I can to help these people. And then from there the story goes crazy. Like the girl he's in love with, the girl he's in love with dies in the future from where he's from. And he's like, yo, I gotta go save her, so now I gotta go back to the past after he comes from the future. And it's honestly just a lot. But the main thing that I really don't like about this anime is the fact that the main character does not fight. All he does, he fights sometimes, but he be crying. He be crying a lot. So it's not the easiest anime. But I do like it for what it is. I can enjoy Tokyo Revengers. I can enjoy Tokyo Revengers from start to finish. I did. There were things that in that anime it got pretty redundant and mid. It got a little mid because I read it from start to finish. The manga is done, but the anime is coming out with its fourth season. So while people would say it was boring and stuff like that, I personally liked it. It could have been better. Yes, it could have, but it was pretty good for what it was. And speaking of time travel and stuff, we gonna come up with Erased. Now Erased, I have not watched it, but it's basically the same premise as Tokyo Revengers. This guy goes back in the past to change stuff, to stop certain things from happening. And this anime is it hits you in the feelings. It hits you where it hurts the most. I've heard from a couple people that dang, this anime is really emotional. I don't really know too much about it, so I can only speak on it a little bit. So, yeah, that's really what it is. I gotta watch Erased because people were saying it was pretty good. So we gonna go into the more known animes right now, which is Naruto. Naruto is very easy to get into. Well, it's not that hard. Let me put it right there. It's not that hard. And the reason why I say that is because Naruto is long. That's one thing that's going to put Naruto under the easiest tier. Naruto has two parts. Naruto is a long anime. Look, that's cool. I didn't even know Google did that. That was cool. Okay, Gugu. Shout out you. Shout out you, Gugu. But look, I'm not gonna say that like this anime is this, that, and the third. I like it. I like Naruto. I do. I really like Naruto. I watched it from start to finish. I watched part 1. I watched part 2. I liked it for what it was. I even watched Boruto, and I read Boruto to this day. I like Boruto. I like reading manga and watching anime, so I'm gonna keep up on Naruto and stuff like that. And also, I've watched every single Naruto movie. Naruto movies are like very, very good. Like they're very, very good. Like they're a fun time to watch. Like if I was to ever watch an anime movie, I would probably turn on a random Naruto movie, because those are pretty good. Like there's like Blood Prison. There's like the one with the Rainbow Rasengan. There's the one with the Tenseigan when Naruto was all grown up. Like there's a lot of Naruto movies, and they're all pretty good. There's one where Naruto goes back in time, meets his dad. There's one where, like, there's a lot, but they're pretty good. So for Naruto, it's not the hardest to get into, but it's long. Alright, look, Dragon Ball Z. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what Dragon Ball Z is. A lot of people know what Dragon Ball Z is. Dragon Ball Z came out a while ago. There was even Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is the most iconic anime ever. If you don't know what Dragon Ball Z is, then I would honestly probably be surprised if you know me. Yeah, because Dragon Ball Z is a very, very, very iconic anime. It is pretty easy to get into. You follow this dude named Goku. He got a kid. If you wanted to watch like Dragon Ball, Goku is a kid who came from space, and then he gets raised by people on Earth, and then he goes around the world, looking for Dragon Balls. And then Dragon Ball Z is about Goku after he grows up. Goku has a son and stuff like that, and then like threats from all around the universe start to come and try to kill Goku and stuff like that. And it's just pretty good. Dragon Ball Z is pretty good. It's pretty easy to get into, but it's also like one of those things where it's a fighting anime. It is a fighting anime. The same thing with Naruto. But the thing about Naruto Dragon Ball Z is they got these moments where it's like, they really gonna hit you deep in the heart. They really gonna hit you deep in the heart. Like they really are. Like there's moments where you're like, damn, like, am I still watching this anime? I mean, you are, but they be hitting you good. Alright, so the next thing, I'm be honest, like, this is where I'm putting Attack on Titan. Needs a bit of convincing. The next one is Attack on Titan. And the reason why I say it needs a bit of convincing is because if I showed you this, what would you think? I wouldn't even know what to think. I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't even know what this is about. So basically, Attack on Titan is about this dude named Eren, who's like, the Titans kill, like there's these things called Titans. These things called Titans are like giant beings who eat humans. They eat humans. Yo Spark, yo Adore, welcome to the stream. Attack on Titan came out like 10 years ago. And I watched it when it first came out on Toonami. Yes, I was alive. I was playing on my 3DS when this came out. I was playing Pokemon, watching, on the weekends I was watching Toonami on my futon in the living room watching Attack on Titan. Everybody keep telling me to watch that. Is it T for real? Yes, it's pretty good, honestly. Like when you first start off watching Attack on Titan, like you're gonna be like, like this is fire. Like Attack on Titan, it got everything. It got funny moments. It got heart-wrenching moments. A lot of people don't have plot armor. I'm gonna be honest right now. This anime is one of the ones where plot armor really kind of don't exist, except for Eren. Eren is like, Eren is him. It's on Netflix. I don't know. You might have to check. I don't really use Netflix, but Attack on Titan is pretty good. Like the plot twist. The plot twist. Oh my god, the plot twist. Woo! The plot twists in this anime are awesome. Like you'd be like, oh my god, I could have never guessed that was gonna happen. I could have never guessed that was gonna happen. What is it on? I usually use like Pirate. Oh, I can't say that. I usually use like Crunchyroll. Yeah. Okay. So we got another anime here, and this is the Cyberpunk Edge Runners. This one only has 10 episodes. I haven't watched this one though. But it was like really viral when it first came out a couple years ago. It's really good. It's just about this dude named David who's just going around doing stuff to live his life, you know. He's an outlaw. He's just trying to, you know, like survive. Like that's just the thing. They got a show. Yeah, Cyberpunk has a show. It came out a couple years ago, and it went like really viral. Same thing with Invincible. Invincible also went like viral. So yeah, he just, you know, like it's a game. It's based on a game. Like this is the whole thing about Cyberpunk. It's based on a game, and David is an edge runner. You know, an edge runner is the people who, you know, like are outlaws. They live in their own terms and stuff like that. So he's just trying to survive while being, you know, like outcasted by society. So if I'm being honest, it's really not that hard to get into. It's not. It only got 10 episodes. It's not that long. Next one is Bleach. Bleach goes at the bottom. I was watching Bleach, and Bleach has a lot of filler. Same thing with Naruto. Naruto and Bleach have a lot of filler. The difference is that Bleach filler is not the greatest, but it's not the worst. Same thing with Naruto. You know, if you watch the filler, I commend you in both of those animes, because Bleach, oh my goodness. Bleach, it took me 4 years to finish Bleach. It took me 4 years to finish this anime. I was stuck on the Espada arc for 4 years. 2021 to 2024. Actually 3 years. It took me 3 years to finish Bleach. 3 to 4, one of them, I don't know. Bleach, like, you kind of get stuck sometimes. Like, me personally, I was skipping every single filler episode, and I was still like kind of like stuck on the anime. 4 years, yes. It took me a while to really. I would always try to watch it, and then I would just kind of like stop and never watch the next episode, like ever again. Like that's my thing. Like Bleach, if you really like, you know, like Bleach, I understand, you know. I understand why you like Bleach. You know, like Ichigo, he gets his ass whooped a lot. He does. But he does always come back and, you know, like win at the end of the day. He always getting his ass beat. You know, like the side characters in Bleach are pretty cool though. They all got their own little thing going on. Like Bleach has a pretty expansive universe. You know, a lot of characters get fleshed out and stuff like that. I like Bleach. You know, I do like Bleach. I do. My favorite arc was the Fullbringer arc in Bleach. You know, like the one before the 1,000-Year Blood War. So which one your favorite? My favorite anime is Dragon Ball Z. Cause I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, and my love for it just never like kind of faded away. My favorite is like Dragon Ball Z, like Black Clover and stuff like that, and like Naruto. Like Black Clover, like Black Clover got a special place in my heart, bro. Black Clover has a special place in my heart. They really do. Same thing with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z mid? No, Dragon Ball Z not mid. What's your favorite anime? Let's really talk about it. If Dragon Ball Z mid, then everything else on this list is mid. Let's keep it a bean. You fuck with Dandadan? Of course, and I read Dandadan. I read Dandadan. I just haven't read manga in a minute. But the next, I only ever watched Death Note. But look, see, that's why Death Note is at the highest tier, because Death Note is so easy to watch. I was a manga girl. I love manga so bad. I was so happy when I first started reading manga. I was so happy. I don't watch TV. Me neither. I feel like TV is like, that was like so early 2000s. It was early 2000s, like 2010 and stuff like that, like 2010 to like 2017. Yo, Sprite, I got an anime opening tournament for you. Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started, bro. Bro, that's hot. Ew, send that to the court. And my school gave us iPads. I was on that reading manga whole school day. Yo, manga, me reading manga in school. I remember when I was in 6th grade and Boruto first came out, I straight grabbed the Boruto book. I was reading Boruto like, yo, Naruto really got a son. Naruto got a son. I was like, yo, but then I never read manga after that. No cap. Like, I know Janelle, she got like a whole collection of manga. I love that for her, bro. I wanna like, I'm a book guy. So I'm on the type of time, I'm like, yo, like, if I was to really invest into like books, oh my goodness, yo. Like, I love books, bro. Like, I love light novels. I like the manga. You feel me? I was the Wattpad kid. I was a Wattpad kid. I was a Wattpad kid. I was definitely a Wattpad kid, guys. I was. You know, I was reading the fanfics and stuff like that. I didn't care, but they was good. Yo, Mo Money, what's good, twin? I put in the recommendations. Bro, you wasn't a real reader if you didn't have a Kindle. My grandma had a Kindle and I used it. No bad. My grandma had a Kindle and I was like, yo, can I use this, John? She was like, yeah. I was on the Kindle. You know what? The Kindle. I didn't even know people even use the Kindle. The Kindle was what? I'm like, yo, let me use this, John. I was straight on the Kindle. Oh, alright, you know ball. You know ball. I ain't know niggas knew ball like that. I'm like, yo, what? I ain't heard about a Kindle in years. Niggas still use Kindles? I don't think so. Niggas don't still use Kindles, right? I don't think niggas use Kindles no more. The Kindle was my shit, bro. Kindles was lit, bro. Nah, no more. Yeah, I'm an iPad guy. I got books on my iPad. Like, and my books, like, yo, I got all these books on my phone, like, you feel me? And they all like light novels and stuff like that. Like, I still read manga on my phone. Like, I be reading. I really be reading. I like physical books. I wanna start investing into it. And hardcovers only. I love hardcovers. Hardcover is awesome. I really like the books that I have in my possession are like psychological books. So like, they help me with my mind, like how to make more money and how to be smarter and stuff like that. Which I like books like that, you know, like make me smarter. Feel me? Like, make me smarter. I want to make more money. How you feeling, Mo? But I also love novels and shit and comic books, bro. I just started getting back into comic books after like a couple years, because I was like 2016 and like 2017, 2018, stuff like that. Like, you know, like when I was in like 8th grade and shit like that, like 8th, 9th grade. I'm gonna text some book recommendations good for like life and shit. Oh yeah, text that to my phone for sure. Send that to my phone for sure. I'm feeling great. Just came from the dentist. Woo! I know they got you fresh, ain't they? How about you? I'm chilling. I'm just doing this anime tier list. It's like the easiest anime to get into. Like, from easy to like the hardest anime. Like, so look, I tried comics, couldn't do it. I feel like I'm not keeping up with like every issue of a comic. I'm like I like watch YouTube and I'll be like, yo, like this is cool. Like, I watch a YouTube video like Comics Explained. I like him. He's pretty cool. and I had the whole Diary Wimpy Kid ever dropped. I used to love them books. It'd be 100 different issues, bro. It'd be 175. Marvel's Avengers number 270. Like, nigga, what? I'm not reading that. I'm not reading every single issue. I ain't gonna lie though. I do read manga. Though, so like I might be lying a little bit. I might be lying a little bit though. I read manga. I'll be on like chapter 230 of the mangas. Issue number 367. Bro, look, this how the manga be. It be like chapter number 175. Fucking Marvel Comics, that shit be going up to chapters 50 and shit like that, bro. Dork Diaries was lit books though. I could see why y'all like Dork Diaries. Y'all remember the book named Bone? Bone was hot. Bone, I fuck with the book Bone. Bone was hot. I was liking Bone for sure, ski. Hold on, niggas don't know Bone. Hold on, Bone. Book, bro, Bone. Niggas don't. Y'all don't know this? Y'all don't know this? Y'all don't know this? Bro, Bone was hot. Bro, I was in 6th grade loving these books. Bone was hot, bro. That one little kid that was always acting up in school. I don't know that. You talking about David? David books. You talking about David? Yes, no David. You talking about David? You talking about no David? Yo, everybody gotta know this book. This is the #1 badass kid. This is the #1 bad. Everybody gotta know David, bro. This is the #1 badass kid for sure, ski. Everybody gotta know David, bro. Bro, David, he was always getting in trouble. He was always laughing at niggas. Like he was. Look at him. He's a badass kid. Why is he flinging his mashed potatoes off his spoon? He making paper airplanes and throwing them around. Like, yo, David, chill out. Don't let the pigeon drive the bus. Yo, y'all remember give a mouse a cookie? Bro, niggas don't remember this. If you give a mouse a cookie, yes, that's what it's called. My fault, I was wrong. I'm all wrong. If you give a mouse a cookie, bro, nobody remember this. Nobody remember this. They got a show? I remember I was reading that in the school library once and the boy said next to me stabbed my friend in the arm with a pencil. I got hit in the eye with a pencil and I think I did it to myself. I remember that. Alright, look, I ain't gonna lie, we definitely getting sidetracked. Alright, so look, the next anime in this list is Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo. That is one of the best animes ever. I'm gonna be honest. It's just about two. It's about all three of them, right? This girl, she's looking for her dad. Her dad is called the Sunflower Samurai or something like that. It's something like that. And these two like, alright, bet we gonna help you. But like the first episode, they end up fighting, but then like they destroy her little shop. So then they're like, she like, yo, like y'all gotta help me find my dad now. Now what? Y'all gotta help me find my dad. So they like, alright, bet. So then they go around like the world, just looking for this girl dad. Did you watch the new Demon Slayer movie? No, I need to. I for sure need to. I'ma definitely watch it. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was liking the last Demon Slayer movie. I just gotta catch up on season 3 of Demon Slayer to watch it. But yeah, like this is a pretty good anime. It got good music, good plot, good fights. This is a pretty good anime. This is not that hard to get into either. It's not that hard. The next one, One Punch Man. One Punch Man is the easiest anime to ever get into. This is hilarious. It's funny. It's It got good characters. And the premise of the show is very, very easy. The guy always wins in one punch. He always wins. This is one of the easiest animes to get into ever. My Hero is up here, yeah. My Hero up here. One Punch Man is so easy. Wait, did I say My Hero? I hope I didn't say My Hero. But this is pretty easy to get into. The side characters are cool too. You know, you might have a little favorite character. My favorite character is the main character, Saitama. He's funny. He don't care about nothing but groceries and, you know, like discounts and stuff. I fuck with that. Save your money. Save your money, bro. Alright, so look, the next one is SAO. I'm gonna be honest. SAO not that hard to get into though. Sword Art Online. I know niggas hate Sword Art Online, but I'm gonna give it a little credit, okay? I'm gonna give it a little credit. It's not that hard to get into, but there were certain parts that I just couldn't do. There were. People do not like this, and I don't understand why. But I kind of do understand why. But like, it was good. It's good for what it is. My favorite one is Gun Gale. You know, it's good. You know, the main character, he nice. He nice on the sticks. The man, he used 2 swords. Look at him. He nice on the sticks. Kirito, he nice on the sticks. Come on, why you got 2 swords at the same time? You broken. He nice on the sticks. He is nice on the sticks. You know, like the main character Asuna, she cool too. The main girl character, she cool too. I just feel like later on into the show, he did not need a whole harem of girls following him. He had all these girls following him like all the time. Like it was just too much for me. It was. But look, My Hero Academia, easiest. It's one of the easiest ones to get into. I'm gonna be honest. It is. My Hero, bro. My Hero is not that hard to get into, bro. It's just superheroes but anime. That's not hard. That's not a hard premise to follow. It's not a hard premise to follow, bro. The main character, he always wanted to be like All Might, and All Might saved him, saved his life, and he like, yo, you know what, twin? I got you. You can become my student. And then All Might gives bro his power. So he like, alright, bet. You could be my disciple. You feel me? I'll train you. He pretty cool for that. All Might is pretty cool for that. It's a lot of characters. I just don't like. The thing I don't like about My Hero is like after like season 4, like I kind of got bored, but then I got back into it and it was better. It got better. Like it's the same thing with like Tokyo Revengers. Like My Hero got mid, and then like it got better after like a point. Like it was like a little point in the story where like I was like, nah, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. But then I went back and I was like, okay, it's not that bad. And the last one we have is Demon Slayer. The last one is Demon Slayer. Look, Demon Slayer is one of the newest animes that everybody knows about. It's because Demon Slayer, the animation is good, the story is good. I feel like it had its peaks. Yeah, like My Hero, it did have its peaks. I would agree. Like there was like certain, like when season 1 and 2 and 3 was out, I was like, yo, this joint fire. But like after that, I was like, eh. And then like when like the fifth season came out, or like the 6th season came out, I started getting back into My Hero because it was like low key coming back. I'm like, okay, like let me see what it's giving, and I was fucking with it. But Demon Slayer, yo, Demon Slayer is basically about this guy named Tanjiro, and his sister get turned into a demon, but his whole family get murdered. His whole family gets murdered. And he's like, damn, like my whole family died. But then his sister still lives, but his sister is turned into a demon. And his sister about to kill him, but he's like, yo, please, we lived together our whole lives. Don't kill me. And she's like, alright, bet, I'm not gonna kill you because I still love you deep down inside in my heart. You know. And then but that first episode was crazy. Let's talk about it. First episode, your whole family die. Your sister get turned into a demon, and this random guy with a sword is like, yo, I'm gonna kill your sister because she a demon. And you standing up for your sister even though she trying to kill you, and your whole family just died. Like, yo. Oh my god. I was like, damn, like this is a lot. It had me hooked. The episode I always remember for Demon Slayer is when they fought that sister and brother that was demons in that one town. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I think I might know what you're talking about. Was it in the forest? Was they in the forest? Like, and there was like, they like was using like spiders and shit. I feel like it was like in the forest where they're like, it was like the spiders and stuff like that. And then like Nezuko, he like, yeah, Nezuko my sister now, and Tanjiro was like, you a bitch. And then Tanjiro was going back and forth like, no, like, I actually, hold on, I remember that, hold on, no. That's a scene that needs to be, that's season 1. That's season 1. Yeah, I don't know what she talking about. That's a girl, yo. That's a girl, Fleur. That's a girl. That's a girl twin. Was it that Arrow nigga? Oh my god, I hated him. Oh my god, I hated him, yo. I hated him, bro. Brother and sister demon name. Let me see. Oh wait, them? Daki and Gyotaro? These niggas? And they shared like one bot. No, it was when they was fighting and their brother kept going his head back or something. It was like a 3-episode fight. No, it couldn't have been these niggas. It couldn't have been these niggas. The brother kept growing his head back. I don't remember. Was it these niggas? Bro, I hated these niggas. I did not like these niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie though. The fights for this one, season 1 and season 2 with Demon Slayer was so hot. This was so hot. I ain't gonna lie. This was fire. This was fire. I'm gonna be honest. Bro with 3 wives, he was getting it on, bro. The dude with the 3 wives, he was putting in work, bro. He was putting in work. He was putting in work. Yes, them, bro. I love this. This was a good arc. And then Nezuko, she turned into her adult form. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, yo, they was on shit. Nezuko turned into her adult form and Nezuko was whooping ass. Oh my goodness, bro. Nezuko was whooping that butt. She was whooping that tail. She was whooping Daki little ass. Yeah, man. Fleur. Bro. Alright, so look. Demon Slayer is one of the easiest animes to get into. People complain about the Demon Slayer manga, but the thing about that is they said that they've changed stuff from the manga, and some stuff in the anime is anime exclusive. So you can complain all you want about the fucking manga, but the animation for this anime is great. There's anime exclusive storylines. So now what? Now what? Fuck? Like, go ahead somewhere. Like, go ahead somewhere. So, damn, this is our tier list. We should do another one. We should definitely do another one. For sure. We should definitely do another one. Why are you in my lap? Can't go wrong with Demon Slayer for real. You can't. So look, this is our tier list right now. We could definitely make another one for sure. Then there was an episode where Tanjiro was a demon too, or no. I can't say much about that. I can't say much about that. I can't say much about that. Cause I know what happened at the end of Demon Slayer, but I can't say much about it. That's all I got to say. Like, I know what happens like after what happens now and all that shit like that. I know everything. Like, cause I'm kind of done with Demon Slayer. Like, I've been done. Demon Slayer ended years ago, so I already know what happens, but I don't want to say nothing. The turning nail though. No, that's gonna take too. Wait, let me see. It's gonna take too long. Cause chill, I might know a lot. Let's see. Fuck it. Let's see. Fuck it. Fuck it, dude. Let me see. I need to start putting in my chord when I'm live. We're gonna do it right now. Let's see. Oh wait, I thought I clicked it. My dumb ass. But yo, that was a good jump. That was a good tier list. I feel like that was a good jump. That was a good tier list. It was a good tier list.